Hello friends, this is Benjamin from English Classes Online. You are welcome to today's video. Today we are going to look at capitalization rules in English. English grammar for beginners. Capitalization is very important in writing because it is an aspect of orthography. Orthography is the science of writing, and in orthography, we define a sentence orthographically as a group of words that begins with a capital letter and ends with an end mark, which could be a full stop, a question mark, or an exclamation mark. So, when you break the rules of capitalization, you bastardize your piece of writing and you devalue it in the eyes of your readers. Of course, you can lose traffic when people detect various errors in your writing. If you are a blog writer, an article writer, or even an author, your work could actually lose value as a result of certain errors. So to ensure that you write accurately and correctly, we are looking at capitalization rules. If you are new to my channel, kindly subscribe to the channel. Click on the bell icon as well, so that whenever new videos are uploaded on this channel, you will be notified instantly. This channel is where we discuss various English topics and simplify them. So when you subscribe to the channel, you will have free access to all the videos that we upload constantly on this channel. Having said that, let's dive into the lecture right away. What is capitalization? Capitalization is writing a letter of the alphabet using a capital letter. That is exactly what capitalization is about. Rule number 1. Capitalize the first word of a sentence. Capitalize the first word of a sentence. For example, the rat ran into a hole. You will observe that the first word there is the, and it is capitalized. It begins with the capital letter T. And then the second example, when did they arrive? When did they arrive? The first word here is capitalized, and that is when, beginning with the capital letter W. Then the next example is hello, Jen. Of course, you see hello is capitalized here. How are you? In the second sentence, how is capitalized. The next example, it has been raining since morning. The word it is the first word here and it is capitalized. The last example here is let's get started. The first word in that sentence is let's, and it begins with the capital letter L. So that is rule number 1. Capitalize the first word of a sentence, and this agrees with our orthographic definition of the sentence as a group of words that begins with a capital letter and ends with an end mark. With an end mark here, a full stop. Alright? The second one ends with a question mark, but the sentence always begins with a capital letter. Whenever you write a sentence and you begin with a small letter, you have violated the rule of capitalization. And if you are a candidate in any English exam, you lose a mark for committing that error. Alright, so let's see other rules. Rule number 2, capitalize proper nouns no matter where they occur within a sentence. A proper noun is the name of a particular person, place, or institution. And in the first example here, let's look at what we mean by a proper noun. Did you see James at the seminar? Now, the proper noun here is James. That's the name of a man or a boy. Let's assume it's the name of a man. Now, the difference between James as the name of a man and man as a name itself is that James is a proper noun, man is a common noun. Now, there are many men out there, but James is the name of a particular man. So man is a name common to many people, that belong to that species of human beings, that class of human beings that all can be called man or men. But James is the name of a particular man. Alright, so let's look at the second example. The letter is from Dr. Martins. Again, you see Dr. Martins is the name of a particular doctor. There are many doctors out there, but this is the name of a particular doctor, Dr. Martins. And that's why the name appears in capital letters here. Doctor starts with capital letter D, Martin starts with capital letter M. Of course, we have seen that James in our previous example begins with the capital letter J. That is how proper nouns are written, whether they occur at the beginning, middle, or ending of a sentence. Then the third example here, my name is Benjamin Abugo. Benjamin Abugo is the name of a particular person, and so it is written in capital letters, or it is capitalized if you like. Then the last example here, the American election was won by Joe Biden. Now, the word American is derived from America, which is a nationality noun. And even though this is the adjective form, the adjectival form, it is still capitalized because it is the adjective form from the name of a particular country. Now, Joe Biden is the name of a particular person who won the just concluded American presidential election. So Joe Biden is capitalized here because it is a proper noun. Now, let's look at other rules. Let's proceed to other rules. Rule number 3, capitalize the first word of a quote but not partial quotes. Capitalize the first word of a quote but not partial quotes. Now let's look at the examples of quotes. Mark asked, when are we going to see grandma? So the quote here refers to the direct words of Mark, which have been embedded in quotation marks opening and closing here. Whenever someone makes a statement and you pick the statement and you say it exactly the way the person has said it, it is a quote or a quotation, and that statement begins with a capital letter. That's the rule we are stating here. So when are we going to see grandma is a quote from Mark, and it begins with the capital letter. The word when begins with a capital letter. Then the second example, Susan replied, we will visit her this weekend. We will visit her this weekend. Again, this is a quote from Susan, and it begins with the word we, which is capitalized here. Then let's look at examples of partial quotes that ought not to be capitalized. Samuel said he was too busy to travel anytime soon. Now, because we just took part of what Samuel said, it's not his complete statement. Therefore, it is a partial quote and ought not to be capitalized. So that's why we look at it here. Too busy to travel. The word too, begins with the small letter T. And then the next example, the doctor described Uncle Dan's illness as a chronic case. We only took a phrase from what the doctor said, and so it is a partial quote and should not be capitalized. Okay, let's proceed to rule number 4. Rule number 4, capitalize titles of works, books, etc. Works like literary works, works of artists, works of authors, works of painters, works that are classified as works. When you refer to someone's work, the title of someone's work or book, it could be a poem, it could be a play, of course, it should always be capitalized. For example, Things Fall Apart. This is a novel written by late Professor Chinua Achebe, and it is capitalized. Then the next is The Merchant of Venice. This is a play by William Shakespeare. The next is Pride and Prejudice, a novel. The next is Searching for Roots. The next is All That Glitters Is Not Gold. And then the next is The Lad and the Swindlers. Now, Searching for Roots, All That Glitters Is Not Gold, The Lad and the Swindlers. These three are also novels written by my humble self. The point we are making here is that the title of every work or every book should be capitalized. And now we go to rule number 5. Rule number 5. So, rule number 5 states as follows: capitalize months of the year, days of the week, holidays, but not seasons. So, let's look at, we capitalize months of the year, days of the week, and holidays, but we don't have to capitalize seasons. Now, let's look at examples of months of the year. Months of the year. We have January, February, we have March, April, May, June, July, August. Then we have September, October, November, and December. Then days of the week. We have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Then holidays are Christmas, Easter, New Year's Day, Boxing Day, May Day, and so on and so forth. These are all usually capitalized: months of the year, days of the week, and holidays. Seasons are not capitalized. English seasons include spring, summer, autumn, and winter, and these are not capitalized. So that's how it has been in today's lecture. We have been looking at the capitalization rules. All right, we have been looking at the capitalization rules in English, and we have looked at the various rules. I want to believe that you gained some lessons from this lecture, and I want to believe that with the lessons or benefits you have gained from this lecture, you will become a better writer, such that whenever you write, you use the appropriate capital letters where they should be used. And when you do that, of course, your writing will always be highly valued. In subsequent lectures, we shall be looking at punctuation marks, and we shall be looking at other rules that govern orthography or the art of writing. And the aim of all these lectures is to ensure that you become a better writer. Whether you are writing a letter, an article, a story, a speech, of course, whatever is worth doing well. And language is governed by rules. And when you learn the rules, you always use the language correctly. So if you have not subscribed to the channel, do not forget to subscribe, because when you subscribe, and especially when you also click on the bell icon, you will receive regular notifications when new videos are uploaded on the channel, and you will have free access to all the videos we upload here. This channel is where English topics are discussed and simplified, and here also we discuss very important topics in content writing, in content marketing, in sharing various ideas that will help entrepreneurs, digital marketers to succeed in their chosen career. We also discuss the blueprints for achieving amazing career success. We discuss motivational topics. We discuss various topics that are of benefit to people from different walks of life. So it will be very important, very beneficial to you if you subscribe to this channel. Thank you for tuning in and being part of today's episode. See you in the next video, and remain blessed.